Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Episode 17. And hey, everybody down below, my players, Rain, Sal, Larian, and Hoppy. How y'all doing?
Hi, y'all.
All right.
Doing
It's
good.
Wednesday, my dudes.
It is Wednesday.
Yeah,
You know what
hump
that
day.
means? Do not disturb.
I get to go from my hell campaign to some nice forests and fairies and stuff. It's a big
Hell
transition.
yeah.
Although there is no more hell campaign. That finished Monday. So
Let's go get mollywopped
what
by
happened?
some
Who
trees.
won?
who won? Well,
Who
you know what?
won?
Some people may have not seen that. So if you were curious, go check the VOD because they definitely
Spoilers.
Let's just say
Did
I
some
offered
stuff.
10 subs if the party wiped.
And they weren't given.
I mean, it says he gifted 10 subs.
That is true.
Oh shit.
I think he
did say
gifted
that.
10 subs the week before when I tried to have the finale and my internet said, no, you may not. And then he pitied me and subbed a
Yeah.
lot.
Because I felt bad.
I'll take him, whatever. It all helps out in the end.
Instead of spending time with my wife and kids, I plan on watching this campaign.
That's commitment. I
Hell
appreciate
yeah.
that. Absolutely. I need to know what happened last time. There's a lot of travel and some random stuff. Who wants to be Who wants to be the dude?
I
It
got
was a
it.
filler episode.
Oh, Rain. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get you.
I'm already giving myself inspiration because I know it's going to be a good recap.
It's gonna be that good, huh? Okay.
Well, also, I forgot to unclick it from last week. I never use inspiration anyway. It's just there always.
Well, go
But
ahead and tell us what went
that's
down.
the DM's role. So anyway, we stumbled upon this camp, and we saw a little mushroom dude bathing in a hot bowl of butter. So we approached him, and we were talking to him, and then all of a sudden, a creature came out of the forest, and we found out that the guy was planning on eating the mushroom dude. So the mushroom guy got scared off, and the guy got mad that we were at his camp and scared off his dinner, even though Baka offered him, or not Baka, Hoppy offered him a nice meal. That probably would have made him throw up if he attempted to eat it. But anyway, so we're on a mission to find the pool as well as Thousand Oaks. So we spent a lot of last week kind of just scavenging around the area. And we finally made it to a lake like area. It was very foggy, or misty, I should say. We tried swimming out into the fog, and all of a sudden we found ourselves back on the mainland, which was kind of crazy. Apparently this happened to some of our party members before, but I had no idea what was going on. So we did a little bit more traveling. We spent a night outside of the lake area, and I think one of our party members saw a giant bird fly into the area, and the same thing, it popped back out and came out the opposite way, the mist. So we have to try to figure out what's going on with this mist fog nonsense. Well, anyway, we continued our travels, and we approached another mushroom site. This time, these mushrooms were a bunch of assholes. They were telling us like to go fuck ourselves, and like if we won't fuck ourselves, they'll fuck us or something. All kinds of crazy nonsense stuff. And then I asked Hoppy if I should eat one of them, and she said no, don't eat them. But those mushrooms gave us no help, and we decided to kind of retrack our steps, and we ran into a mysterious figure, who I am blanking on her name, but apparently she met Sal and Zama at the carnival.
Who?
Larion. At the carnival, sorry. And she gave us some advice and said that she was some kind of like time traveler or dimension hopper of sort. I'm not really 100% sure what was going on. But she was giving us some advice and kind of showed us how to get to Little Oak. And she said from Little Oak, we'll be able to discover the mystery of the fog/mist. So we traveled back. It seems like we were kind of going there in the beginning and turned around and then turned around again. So we kind of traveled back the way we came, past the campsite, and we ended up seeing a huge tree with a Displacer Beast kid running around with an even smaller kid who matches the posters that we've been seeing. And the Displacer Beast kid looks pretty familiar to me as someone who might have been at the Witchlight festival when I was there. But that was pretty much the episode. I'm not sure if I missed anything vital.
I think you got most of it. We may have gone slightly farther, but we could start right there. Go ahead and have inspiration for the evening. Rain D.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna use it right away.
Make sure to take advantage of this one. All right? Y'all hold these. Y'all always hold these quite a bit.
Inspiration.
I think we're ready to go ahead and jump on into the game then, right?
Yeah.
So, you guys are currently approaching this large, what looks like sentient tree with a house on top of it. Some kids are playing outside of it. You hear a little bit of laughter, cheering. Sounds like they're having fun. And you did notice a small kitten, almost kind of like a kitten, that looks like, as you explained, Rain, a displacer beast, a little cub. You are currently a little bit in the woods still. You haven't approached this place yet. You kind of just stopped and are staring and listening to what's going on. So, all that being said, take you over to the actual thither map.
Oh yeah, it looks like a giant. Yeah, giant. Yeah, forgot about that.
What would you guys like to do?
I think this is Little Oak.
And that kid looks like the guy on the
Look,
poster.
hey, little.
Yeah, it looks pretty big.
It's more of a big oak.
That
And
doesn't
that-
like wield the Feywild.
And that cat next to him, I could swear I've met that person before.
Oh, just as a reminder too, I think I showed you all this image last time, but I'm gonna show you again. This is pretty much what you see.
He's such a cute kitty.
I look at the cat, and am I able to notice that it is a displacer beast?
You see a cat with about 6 legs and tentacles on his back, so it's safe to assume that's the case.
Guys, I think that's a displacer beast. He looks familiar. We had a family of displacer beasts at the Witchlight Festival.
What?
Well, that
I
sounds neat.
remember.
Durla? That was her name, right?
Yeah.
Durla, yeah, Durla lost her son.
You hear from in your head.
Well, there, gender neutral. It's fine.
It's definitely a boy.
Yeah, that's whatever. Yeah, I remember.
How many?
What's a dad?
I remember Durla losing his son, but I wasn't too close with them. Maybe that could potentially be him. I don't know if they'll recognize me though.
This is is there like a lot of kids there, or is it just like the cat and the one kid?
You see a couple of kids running around, sliding on this huge tree's arm, and it lowers it a bit so they hit the ground safely. Maybe about 3 or 4 kids total you can make out betwixt them playing.
Well, we're not going to make any progress here. We might as well go say
Yeah, let's
hello. And I start hopping forward.
Moving on in.
Yeah, follow.
As you start hopping forward, you see one of the children look your way immediately. The one that had the curly hair that you saw making the expression on that.
I just give like a really exaggerated wave. Hi!
Immediately, he motions for the children to head back up, which you see them start scampering up the tree, climbing a makeshift rope ladder, going inside of this house and slamming the door. The child that motions for them to retreat climbs up as well and pulls the rope ladder up and just stands atop this plateau looking down in your direction. You guys are coming out of the forest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk out, let me show you what you see here.
I don't
You
think those
see-
kids liked you.
I don't think they liked me either.
You see a figure
Is
standing
it something in my fur?
atop this plateau, kind of looking at you with a curious look on his face, and he shouts down at you, "Stand down or face merry hell!"
Stand down. We're already standing down. I don't think we can stand down any farther.
Who's Barry?
Is that what you
What?
shout up, Sal?
Yeah.
No, Mary as in happy, and hell as in, fire and stuff.
Happy Fire?
Happy
Oh,
hell!
that sounds nice.
Like him? And I point at Larry.
I wave.
I don't know if I would
Seem
just.
very happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't describe him as happy.
Yeah, I'm not really smiling when I wave. I just kind of look up and I'm just kind of like, I just put a hand up and wave. That's it.
We mean no harm. Is this Little Oak?
As you ask that, you can see this figure kind of looking at all of you, and he responds to your question with, "You seemed quite armed. Why are you here? Who are you?"
I throw my weapon down, and I'm like, "Oh, we're adventurers. We mean no harm." And as I throw my weapon down, sorry about that.
Make a persuasion check.
I'll take my-
Ryan. Go
I'll
ahead,
also be
Larry.
taking off my weapons and just put them down on the ground.
You
I
go ahead.
guess I'll take my carrot and set it down very gently. On the ground.
I could afford to be without my scimitar for a little bit. I'll put mine down as well.
All right, and as you put all of your weapons down, the figure atop the tree here hops on one of the arms and slides right to the bottom and just starts marching up to you and says, "Well, you've just thrown down your weapons just because of that? You guys are something else."
Well, you kind of just came to talk.
Yeah, we don't mean any harm.
Eh.
To talk? Well, all right. We were just, having a bit of fun here, playing around. If you wish to talk, fine. And he turns and looks back up at the tree and just gives a wave, to which you start seeing a few of the kids peeking out of one of the windows nearby. And then turns back to you and says, "I can talk for a bit. What would you like to talk about?"
I approach him slowly, and I put my hand out, and I'm saying, "Hello, my name is Richard."
"Hello, Richard. They call me the Will of the Feywild." And he reaches with gusto and grabs your hand and starts shaking it.
Are
And
you
you can-
from here? Oh, sorry, go.
Being this close to him, you can tell this looks like a teenage boy, a little bit older, but definitely a teenager, just with a beaming personality. And here's kind of a zoom up of what he looks like.
Hell yeah.
All right, go ahead. What were you asking,
Or
Richard? Or Rain?
He looks so happy.
So, were you born here in the Fey realm?
That's a bit personal. We just met. You seem nice, but we're not really friends quite yet.
Yeah, sorry that was a little personal. I'm just curious because I just arrived here a couple days ago. I'm still not used to this area, so I'm trying to see who's from here so they can give us more info about it.
More info. I could probably help with that. I've been here for quite some time. What do you need to know?
Well, let me give you some background on me first, so we become acquainted. I was a Witchlight hand at the Witchlight festival, and I found a mysterious wagon. And as I opened the door to the wagon, the next thing I knew, I was here in the Fame realm. So I'm not used to this realm at all. And I got captured by a hag, and these lot helped me get out of there. So I'm kind of just following them around. And we're kind of a little bit on a mission right now. We have a couple of things that we're interested about this area, but we're not from here, so we really don't know much about it.
Do you know anything about the fog?
Yeah.
The fog. I mean, there's a lot of fog. I mean, and as he's speaking, one of the other children who are now standing outside shouts, "Yes, tell the carney about the fog. Surely he truly cares and is not just here for what we have or to take from us." And one of the other children respond, they look like they could fight a good fight if they wanted to. To which the Feywild will look at them and say, calm down now, calm down. They're nicer adults, not like any of the other ones. I'm sorry,
To
what
be fair,
was your
only
question?
one of us is a carny.
Oh yes, this one. There's nothing wrong with being a carny. There's nothing wrong with a carny. What did you want to know? I'm sorry.
How do I get rid of the fog?
How do you get rid of the fog? Well,
I don't know. Some crazy lady told us to come talk to y'all. You.
what? The fog is everywhere. It separates the realms since they're splintered. Maybe if you had a big enough fan, you could get rid of it.
Ooh. I didn't think about that. And then like you just see me like, ooh. And I'm just lost in thought at this point. A big enough fan if I. And it's like the calculating meme. He just there's just a whole bunch of formulas and shit up on the screen as I'm like.
So why is it when we go into it, we come back out the way we came?
Well, if I had to guess, it's because someone doesn't want you to go where you want to go.
You think it's hag magic?
Oh, I don't doubt that at all. Mean old hags.
Oh, you could tell me I was about to be one of their dinner, and I spit on the ground. Stupid hags.
Yeah, they're not very nice.
No, they're certainly not. But I believe I'm quite popular with them.
How so?
Well, surely you've probably seen my face before plastered around if you've been traveling through here, right?
We have. We've seen it quite a few wanted posters.
If you were here for my bounty, I imagine you would not simply throw your weapons on the ground all willy-nilly. And he just motions around him.
Hags don't make good bargains. Ever.
No, they
No,
don't.
Curious how you have become so popular with them then.
Well, they tend to collect children. I tend to free children. So, at odds and all.
What are they taking the children for?
You hear a shout from above again from the redheaded child. As she says, "Oh, they want to have us over for tea. Oh, and to become good friends."
Oh, that sounds fun!
Yeah, that doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad at all.
They're probably gonna eat them.
Just
for
don't make a
supper.
bargain with them.
Sorry,
Turn-
quick sidebar. Is anyone a mod in chat where they can get rid of the bot that posted?
Oh, these things? Don't worry about
Yeah,
it. I'll take care of it.
Jamie.
Hey, Rico. What's up, buddy? I'll deal with it, but go ahead. What were you going to ask?
Wait. Me?
I thought someone was asking
No,
something.
never
Someone asked.
No.
If no one was, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Sorry.
What do they want to? Do the hags just want to eat you?
That doesn't really sound like a tea party.
Wow.
They don't eat the children necessarily, or sometimes, maybe not really. No, actually, no. They don't eat the children. Not at all. They put the children to work, but not in a let's all work together way. More like in a hey, sew this or else you're in trouble way, or make these toys or else I'll put you in a hole for a week type way.
All right, she's the evil Santa.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. We've
What's a
heard.
Santa?
I didn't say that in game. Don't worry about that.
We heard the hag that lives over here, Granny Nightshade. She forces her workers to make toys. Are those children?
You speak of Scabatha Nightshade, and he spits to the side. They do
that's
indeed
horrible.
have to make toys. Lots of toys.
That's gross.
That's sad.
It is.
And I look up, and I'm guessing this lot is all what you're able to save from her.
So far, indeed. It's been quite a while now, but Good old Sloan Zenorn Bobby. And he points back up to the tree. Have been with me for... Oh, it's so hard to keep track of time here. But a good while. And they all give a wave from up top. And
How
then,
many children does she have?
He says, maybe 10, 12 there right now.
Quite a few.
Displacer Beast Kitten comes up and crawls up the Will of the Feywild's back and just hangs out on his shoulder.
Well, why don't you free the 12 kids that she's got?
Ooh, easier said than done, my friend. But, funny you should ask, I'm currently working on a plan for that. I just need to hash out a few more small details, and I'm planning to go there and free all of them.
I look over at the Displacer Beast on his back, and I'm like, I'm sorry, do I know you?
You say it to Displacer Beast?
Mm-hmm.
You see it tilt its head and kind of stare at you. And the Will of Feywild kind of looks at it and then back at you, Rain. And then he says, oh, the carnival worker and Star, isn't that where you're from? To which the kitten actually speaks, and since you're all speaking common, it speaks common as well. Says, I think so. That was not too long ago, or was it? It was a long time ago.
I have a question for the DM.
Sure.
Why does Star sound like Lulu?
Shut the fuck up. I knew you were going to say that. Star hisses at you. Star hisses at you, Sal.
Our hisses.
I look over at Star while they're hissing at each other. I'm like, wait, you're from the Witchlight carnival. I think I heard of a young Displacer Beast disappearing. You said your name was Star, right?
My name is Star.
And is your dad Durla by chance?
I think that's what they called him. Durlagon? Durlagon? Durla.
Oh.
I miss him, but you really know him? Did you bring anything from there?
I don't think we did.
There was a ball in Richard Ross's bag.
Oh.
Good long gone.
Well, Sal was pretty specific about only taking your head, I think, right?
we like shuffled through his pack, didn't we?
Yeah, y'all did say that.
Yeah.
Didn't shuffle through mine, but shuffled through Richard's.
Yours
No, we
is
took-
garbage.
You specifically told us the only thing of value was your spell book.
No, that's what
Jamie
the
said
DM said. That's not what
So-
I said. I said there were things of value in there.
Maybe Sal is able to remember something that Durla gave Richard, potentially.
I think really, 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 really hard. And I try to remember.
Insight check.
Let's leave it up to chance here. Go ahead and make a history check.
I think I used up all my good rolls before we started playing.
We'll give you a 12 to win.
Oh, you
that is-
Inspiration.
Dude.
Do you want to give him your inspiration?
Yeah.
South All right, there you go. Rain casts inspiration upon you.
Wow, that was great.
I'm afraid not.
What do you
My
mean?
are loaded the other
Meets
way.
beats? No
Um,
meets beats?
Yeah, meat would
Yeah.
beat, but the meat was 12.
And I
Yeah.
rolled an 8.
Yeah.
That's less than a 12.
Wait. Oh, plus the. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking it was 8 plus 4. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, math is hard, we know.
I thought it was 8 plus 4. I thought you were adding the 4 to it. Hate everyone here.
your dad did not give me anything. I had no idea I was visiting. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't remember shit. Larry, do you remember anything?
I try to remember.
Try to remember. Let's go.
Does this have to do with recalling information about Fey, fiends, or undead?
No,
Yes,
this is
it's a-
remembering a ball, is what this
It's
is.
a Feywild, though.
It's fair. It is just a oh.
With a +6, it wasn't you. Your memory was purged on purpose. This ball haunts you, so you can't even remember the shape of it.
I remember. What shape is a ball?
What shape was that ball?
I do remember Durla, but I don't remember him giving us anything.
I do have to say though, Durla was very upset of your disappearance. Not that it was your fault by any means. I mean, none of us chose to be here, right?
Well,
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 yeah,
some of us are from here,
but you didn't choose to be from here.
but I like being from here.
Yeah, but
I just don't like the fog. How am I supposed to navigate anything when I can't even find my own tribe? They're wandering out there somewhere.
Maybe a hag
I
got
mean,
Well, anyway,
anyways, how to get rid of this fog and save the children?
before that, I'm gonna say, Star. If I end
What's
up
this?
making it back to the festival, I'll let your or the carnival. I'll let your dad know that you're doing well.
Star tilts his head and gives you a smile. You see his tentacles wiggling back and forth on his back.
Well, hopefully, when all this is said and done, that fog will be gone and you can just go back and forth all willy-nilly like you want.
So, back to business.
Anyways, about these children,
yes.
you said you had a plan.
Yes. Why do you ask?
We want to
Well,
help.
Well, it's not
No.
right.
we also need to go there anyway.
You
You'd
need
be
to go
forced
there.
to make toys.
Why do you need to go
Yes.
there?
We need
I
a portrait.
don't know. They told me I have to go.
You need a portrait, like you're going to steal a portrait?
Shh.
We don't know how we are gonna get this portrait, but
No one said steal.
could it be steel?
Maybe we'll borrow it without asking.
Temporarily. Forever.
I do hope you borrow a lot more without asking.
Like what?
Like anything she has. Take as much as you can. Cause as much chaos as you can.
So,
Is this part of your plan?
Oh, no. Well, sort of. It involves distractions. If you truly wish to be in on it, I'll fill you in. But I'm not one just to accept help without offering something in return. Surely is there anything in Thither you have a question about? Something I can help with? Besides the all-encompassing fog that's trapped everything in here.
Hmm. Oh! Do you know
You were-
anything about the Wayward Pool?
Oh, that goody two-shoes boring unicorn lives there. I know that. Why,
Oh.
do you wish to go there for whatever reason?
Wait, did we? Was there something in there?
I don't know. We were told something about a unicorn.
Oh, we just.
Well,
we think
if they
we were there
want to
for a
go
bit.
see the unicorn, just tell them how. Is that what you want to do? You want to know how to get to the unicorn?
Are you only like offering us one piece of information?
Well, that is a fair trade.
And not necessarily. I was just, you're offering your help to free children. I figure that warrants at least something. I could tell you more than just that.
Okay, well, we were curious. We passed by some lake that we thought might have been the pool, but too much fog everywhere.
Ah, was it more in the middle region of Thither?
surrounded by a bunch of mountains.
Maybe a little island in the middle? Some weird pot sitting on it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
That's the Wayward Pool. There's a trick to it. An easy one, but a trick nonetheless. You see, it is a magical barrier that protects anything from getting inside, so what's already inside stays protected. The trick is it only lets in unicorns. But it's really dumb, because, we have a unicorn costume. You put that on, you can get in. You can carve a stick to look like a unicorn horn and just run on in. It's...
I have a unicorn horn.
Excuse me?
I have a horn.
He turns and stares at you with a look of what looks like maybe partial judgment and a lot of confusion, and says,
Whoa.
"You possess a unicorn horn."
Down.
Yeah? You found one.
You found one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not attached to a unicorn.
How?
That's a good-ass question. There were frogs involved. This one turned into a giant toad.
Oh, that's right. We wanted the
Multiple
we thought the
times.
unicorn could
He
help.
drank a lot of water from a questionable cauldron.
Wow, and you see him rub his head. He's had a kind of a confident demeanor about him this whole time, but now he looks a little worried as he looks back up to you, Larian, and says, I suppose that would get you inside, but I'd heavily warn you against it. I'm not sure how a live unicorn would take you having another unicorn's horn on your head as you went in. Better to use a costume, or perhaps, use some sticks or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I step up. I'm like, do you know anything about Sibilna?
Zabilna is the...
Did we tell you about that?
Yeah, from the last thing.
Okay.
We'll just say that you guys retcon me on everything after talking to that traveler.
Is that not the Guardian of Prismere?
Yes?
Yeah.
She's been doing a pretty weak job lately, if I say so myself, allowing children to be slaves and whatnot.
I think there's something wrong with her.
There must be. Either she's just given up, or she was forced to give up, right?
Also, everybody's stealing everything.
Well, I suppose that's so. Technically, I did steal these children from Skabatha.
Exactly.
So you don't really know anything else about Zabilna?
I'm afraid I can't help you much. I know that the standard rules and whatnot are a little sketchy now, and there seems to be no punishment by whatever for whatever. So, murder, steal, and don't trade whatnot. I mean, it really doesn't matter, it seems, at this point. Normally that would be heavily enforced, but it's up to the hags to enforce it now, which some of them do, some of the rules, but some other ones they kind of could care less about, it seems.
Yeah. Don't really like the hags.
So they
They've
don't
kind
care
of
about the stealing rule, so
messed everything up.
we're just
Not necessarily.
steal some shit.
What's the best way to put it?
They only care if it bothers them.
That little one gets it. It's pretty much like that. Skabatha believes that everything in Thither is hers, so it's not stealing if it already belongs to her.
Correct.
And what if we kindly asked her for all her possessions as I clench my fists?
Well, I tried to do that, and then I got thrown in a cage. Oh, and that's how we met.
I would be
Oh,
prepared
remember the song?
for her to somehow beat you unconscious and throw you outside.
So
Unless
she's that
you-
strong.
Really upset her. In that case, she may just have you killed.
We're trying.
Have you ever met either of her sisters?
I know she has sisters. I heard one looks like a toad. Is that true?
Was Bavorno look like a toad?
Yeah, she had toad-like features.
That's the
Yes.
one that threw me in a cage.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
don't like
one.
her.
Ugh.
Oh.
And I spit on the ground.
The other one is more the artsy type, I believe. Likes plays and whatnot or something, but that's all I know of them.
Where's that one located?
Far from here. Far from here. I believe it's way springbound from here. But I don't think you can get there now. You'd have to cross into Hither, and then you'd reach Yon.
Oh, that's in Yon, okay.
Yeah.
I
sorry.
know Bevlorna has a case of Widdershins. Does Skabatha have anything like that? Is it hereditary or anything?
I don't think Skabatha has any case of Witter shins.
Does she have a weakness?
It's funny that the other one does, though. They deserve something. Does the other what now?
Does Granny Nightshade have any weaknesses?
She would have to, somehow, of something. I don't know what. I know that she has a very odd fascination with toys, even so much to shove a little windy key in her back. It operates based on her mood.
Oh yeah, I think we heard that the slower it is, the more sad she is, and the happier it is, or excited, it turns faster.
That sounds right, yeah.
But there was a warning. I'm trying to remember what that warning was, though. We did not want it to get to a certain speed or stop.
Well, if it stops, she's lost her temper, and then bad things happen.
That's right.
Yeah, that was the one.
I wonder if we could turn it for her herself. Like we grab it and we turn it.
I don't know if that's how it works, but you're welcome to give it a shot, as long as you, and he looks back towards the ground, are ready to deal with the outcome.
Does she have any underlings or guards that we would need to worry about?
Oh, absolutely. Lots of them. The 10 soldiers being the worst of them. And then the Boggles being a bit of a nuisance. Creepy things.
The 10 soldiers?
And he nods. Toy soldiers that march around and starts doing like a robotic march in circles around you guys. That just march with no souls and attack whatever she deems fit. They guard the children. If they're alerted, at least. They don't necessarily know what the children are doing at all times. Part of my plan involves distracting them.
How do you plan on distracting them?
I'm still coming up with a few details. If you wanted, you don't mind waiting around a bit. I'm just going to talk to the other children and kind of brainstorm a good idea on how to finish this out. Maybe a couple hours? You could visit that boring unicorn that refuses to help if you want in the time. Or you can hang out with us.
Can the 10 soldiers hear?
I think so. I'm not sure. Maybe.
What was the other group of underlings she had?
Oh, the Boggles.
What do they do?
They're more pranksters than anything, but the mean kind of pranksters. They like to scare things. Very cowardly, though. But,
Sometimes a good scare could be fun.
Oh, and yeah, well, I suppose that's true. Honestly,
Unless it's big.
if you're able to get a hold of a Boggle, we sure could use some Boggle oil. Squirt would greatly appreciate it.
What does boggle oil do?
Well, it's the type of oil that Squirt needs to do what he wants to do. I don't know. He's always just talking about it.
Boggle oil.
He
What
might
do
be
the
able to
boggles?
tell you more about it if you would want me to go get him.
Yeah, do you mind getting them real quick? For her?
Sure. Give me a moment. And he turns around and yells up to the tree. Bobby, can you grab Squirt, please, and just toss him to me? To which this young dwarf child calls back down. Sure, I'll grab him right now. And you see him run inside. He's not in there for too long, as he comes out with a small oil can in his hand and lobs him down to the Will of the Feywild, who catches him. Will walks back up to you guys and holds him out and says, here he is, meet Squirt, and holds out a small little oil tin can to you.
Oh, hello there.
Might have to stretch him out if it's not showing on your screens.
And I try and get
Just
eye height with the can. I treat it like it's a real thing.
Hello
It is
there.
Oh, you do talk.
I do
Knew it.
talk, and you do talk too.
I do. You want to be friends?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe if you can get me some oil.
What do you need
Boggle?
boggle oil for?
If I had boggle oil, I could squirt it on anyone who tries to mess with me.
What does that do?
It's slippery. It makes them fall down and makes me laugh.
Oh,
I laugh at that.
fair enough.
Well,
That is pretty funny.
Can it be any other oil, or why do you need specifically boggle oil?
Oh, boggle oil is the slipperiest.
I'm a boggle oil can. I'm not gonna put any old regular oil in. Tell me, what runs through your veins?
Water.
I have a feeling you're lying to me. But what if I put, I don't know, fruit juice in your veins instead? Would that do?
Do the do, baby. Sorry. That was not in character. That was the skull of Richard D. Ross saying that.
I could even, if you got it for me, I could even maybe help you out. I'm a good guide. I could take. And as he's saying that, Willer also says, "Oh, well, hey, Squirt. Now you do really." And he looks up at all of you for a moment with his eyes partially narrowed. Do you just want to? You would traverse the Prismere for them just like that and leave? Which Boggle will say, if they could get me my oil and they need help, I'll take them wherever they wish. I can guide them to Yon with ease.
Oh!
How do you get the oil from the boggles?
Well, it's a little tricky. You see, you can either get a good amount if they volunteer it, or a good amount if you force them via punishment. Perhaps beating them up or caging them or whatnot. I doubt you'll befriend them. They're mean little buggers.
Well, everybody needs a friend. From
Well,
hags
we-
that make it hard to travel.
What do they do for the hag? Like, what is their job? We know the soldiers protect the children. What do the boggles do?
The Boggles are just her minions. They're there because, hags. You know what's funny to hags? Little creatures that scare children. You know what little creatures that scare children like? Feeding off the energy of a scared child whenever they're hungry. So, circle of life, I suppose.
I saw a movie about that once.
I was gonna say, I've seen that movie.
What's a movie?
By the end of it, they turn it into laughter, and it's way more powerful.
I like the part where
We'll remember that for later.
if you pause it, the leaves say sex. So
Anyway.
do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
That's a different movie.
No, I'll fucking send it to you guys later. Sorry.
So if we run into any boggles, we'll see if we can get some oil.
Right. Right. Are you truly going to, Loom Lurch then?
Well, it seems
Well-
that way. We might go check out this unicorn
That's-
real fast.
We
That
do
is the
need to.
plan.
May I accompany you?
Of course.
Yeah, if you want to come with us, you can, sure.
Yeah.
Wow, Squirts, if you just like that, very well. You are your own oil can, after all. And he holds them up, aiming at all of you. Which one of you would like to hold Squirt?
That one, and I point at Hoppy.
I guess I will.
You. Very well. And he leans down and holds Squirt out to you.
I hold both hands out. Like
Alright.
palms up, like.
And Squirt the oil can is now sitting in your hands.
Um.
Why do you want to get a Loomlurch so badly with us?
Because that's where the Boggles roam.
Have you not been paying attention at
Yeah.
all?
No, but we can bring the oil back to you.
What does he look like? Does he have like a little loop handle that's closed?
He doesn't have a handle at all. He literally is like a little cup with a tin coming out the top of it. Which here,
Trying to figure out how to attach him to my head.
I can show you again. Exactly like this.
Oh Jesus. Okay, that's gonna be difficult.
Squirt says to you, Rain, well, if you're able to get the Boggle oil, imagine it'll be a few hours before you get back here, and just knowing you're successful and could have had it a few hours sooner just gets my oil bubbling.
We also, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Can I, from his tone, do I notice anything like any kind of trickery or maliciousness from him?
Make an insight check with disadvantage.
Because it is a cat.
Ooh.
Bet you wish you had that inspiration.
Yeah, after
Actually,
you
you
motherfuckers.
still roll pretty good, actually.
Given by all you have to go off of this oil can is its tone. Its facial features and expressions are unreadable, as you are not used to reading an oil can's facial expressions and tones. But you can glean that this thing seems to have a relatively simple nature.
Gotcha.
It doesn't sound like it's requesting anything that might have other purposes.
Does it sound like it's like I don't want to say addicted, but that I guess you kind of already said that. It's like its one purpose is for
It feeds on oil.
is for the oil.
Sounds like he's jonesing for some boggle oil.
Okay.
Y'all got any more of that?
But also, quick thing, I forgot to mention
Bubble.
about my character's background. I spent 20 years studying oil cans at the Witchlight.
Oh yeah.
Damn, how old are you?
28.
So,
He was 8 years old when he started.
While you were dating, I mastered the oil can.
so
They start so young now.
Will of the Feywild, can we just call you like Will, or do you go by the whole name every time?
William.
You can just call me Will if you prefer. That's what they call me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so would you know where a portrait of Lorna would be of Scabatha's? Apparently she has that.
Maybe. Let's see. She's in that big dead stump log, and it's more towards I think more towards the winterbound side of it is maybe a study, or right next to that perhaps. But I'd assume in that area you'd find some portraits.
And where is that in relation to where the children would be?
Now, the children are all over the place doing various tasks. Some sewing, some making toys, some being held prisoner, some maybe sleeping. They have a little bit of freedom there, so they're not just forced to where they are, so they could be everywhere.
There ever a time they're all together?
No, not really. Even during the nighttime, some are forced to work.
Are you kind of just planning then to rescue as many as you can?
Indeed, that is my plan, and as many as I can is all of them, if possible, and 100% going to happen.
Okay, well, we'll help, but we do need to get to that study then and see if we can find that portrait.
All right, just know, I'll try to factor that in my plan. That's going to take a bit of extra thinking.
Okay. Yeah, if you consider what you might want us to do in your plan, I guess we can come. Well, you said a few hours, right? We can check in a few hours and figure out what this plan is.
In about
How far-
maybe give me about 3 hours. And maybe that's long enough. Maybe shorter.
How far is Loomwatch from here?
Better question. How far is the unicorn from here?
Well, if you're going to the Wayward Pools, that's probably maybe about a day's travel. No, not that long.
Oh,
maybe
God.
like, let's see. Oh, maybe 5 hours. Yes, about 5 hours travel. And
One
Loomlurch
way
would be
around-
about maybe 3.
All right.
Can you wait longer for your plan?
Well, if I could get your aid with it, sure, I'll wait till whenever.
So we're gonna go check out this unicorn, and then we'll meet you back here in a couple hours.
Sure, we'll be here.
And I look over at the can. Do you want to come to the unicorn with us, or you want to stick here, bud?
There might be water. How are you with water? I am
Fine
guessing
with
a
water.
no. Oh, really?
Not inside me, of course. I can
No.
get a splash on me, though.
I can take him across the lake without him getting wet.
Also, how are you with bags? Not sure how to carry you. I guess in my arm.
You can put me in your bag, that's fine. I'm used to it.
I didn't want to be rude.
You're offering to get me some bog oil. To be honest, I owe you. You don't have to be accommodating to me.
So I just want to double check. It's going to take us 5 hours one way to get to the pool, or is it 5 hours round trip?
5 hours one way.
I look over at Will. I think it might be about 10 hours or so before we get back. Is that fine?
It works for me.
All right. Let's stick out my hand. And we'll meet you in 10 hours or so.
Sure. Just, and he looks up towards the sky. It's just a bit in the afternoon right now, I believe, but don't force yourself to travel too hard at nighttime. Never know what you'll run into.
I heard
Well-
there's owl bears out there.
There are.
Yes. Let's not deal with that.
Well, then let's meet tomorrow before noon then.
Even better.
They're very hard to run away from.
I fucked up an owl bear once.
A solid
Doubtful.
insight.
I just like scoff at him.
All right. We'll be on our way to go check out this unicorn. You guys get a thinking.
With those scrawny arms, there's no way.
No, it wasn't these arms.
All right, well,
Tiny baby arms.
good luck with that goody-goody unicorn and whatnot. And
Little string bean arms.
Will
We
motions...
pick up our weapons.
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's a good
Oh,
call.
yeah, don't freak out. I pick up my mace and like my big old carrot and I just set it on my hip.
Will turns to the tree and addresses it and says, Little Oak, if you'd be so kind. To which Little Oak scoops down one of its large branches, and Will just hops on. And it takes him all the way back up to the top. Good
See,
luck,
Will,
friends!
We'll be back!
Bye, William.
And Squirt, you behave! And Squirt is
Um,
now in your inventory, Hoppy. Don't forget about him. I can tell you about him whatever you want.
Before we leave, or actually we can do this while we're traveling. How long has it been since we made that deal with the other hag?
2.5 days.
And we have 7 days.
8.
8.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Good. Your history works there, Sal.
That was regular Sal's history.
That was just
Alright.
in my thinker.
No, I was just curious. All right, Summerbound.
You guys are free to roam where you wish to again.
We're gonna have to go back towards that the bridge.
You remember how to get there?
I think it was like over here.
Well, if I remember correctly, we were able to kind of notice like a cart path on our way over here.
It's right here.
I was close.
Yeah,
I think it's right here.
It's right here.
over here.
It's
Maybe
like,
over here?
It's like
Guys,
right.
guys, I think it's like right here.
Actually, it's probably right there in the water. Yeah.
Am I able to look
Yeah,
to see
right,
if
don't
I
worry.
see that that path again?
Just pinging the shit out of them.
Actually, yeah, I'd say it wouldn't be too hard to see from here. There's no paved path or anything like that, but the brush and whatnot is shoved aside a good bit, heading out from Little Oak towards the, what is it? Summerbound.
I just start heading that way.
Well, I guess the oil guy could show us how to get there too, but.
I mean, realistically, we just need to follow the river a bit of the ways, but
And you cross a bridge.
Oh! Hot damn, there's that bridge I saw!
Man, you have a good sense of direction.
It comes with the territory.
so while we're traveling, I want to start singing a song.
Sure. Start singing.
I see a tree. Do you see a tree?
As soon
I
as you enter
immediately
this
hop in.
hex, you guys just start to sing and get comfy. You notice a lot of the trees in this area have been cut down.
Oh,
Deforestation is a plague.
Hey, Hoppy, can you ask Squirt if he knows about this area?
I pull Squirt out of my backpack. Mr. Squirt! Like holding him on my...
You called him to squirt the oil can, and he says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Do you know anything about these trees and why they're not there?
He kind of scoots a bit out of your bag just to see, and then says, know about these he looks around quick, goes,
He doesn't.
uh-oh. And then he ducks back into your bag immediately. Who has a passive perception of 13 or higher?
I do.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
16.
Owl bears.
Well, that's not good, and I immediately pull out my shield.
Bring it on.
So
Well,
if,
I don't actually know.
if you have a 13 or higher, you notice some of the trees or pieces of wood actually getting up and surrounding you.
Oh.
You also
no.
notice a
trees
woman
again.
made of leaves walking out of one of the cut down trees as she points to you and shouts, "Show these villains the true meaning of revenge!"
What do we do?
And we're going into combat, or initiative, rather.
Ah!
Everybody, roll initiative.
Villains! What?
Who let us this?
Rip. Dude, my dice suck. Can I get new ones?
Whoever noticed that with that passive perception, if you have 13 or higher, you're not surprised currently. Everyone else, you are surprised. Me and you don't go on this round, you go on the next one.
Nice.
Ah!
Am I...
I'm so startled.
I'll wait for you.
So,
startled!
Hoppy, you succeeded the passive perception, right?
Yep.
Okay. Hoppy, you're the first to act. What do you want to do?
Where? What villains? We just came upon this place. What's happening?
What are you doing with those words?
I'm trying to convince that lady that we can talk about this. We can really talk it out. We just got here.
Make a persuasion check.
We're also curious about this.
Might be a little loud. Ooh, you got a 14. Okay. You speak to this dryad, trying to calm her down, and she looks at you with looks like she had an expression of intense anger and hatred, just scowling at you, ready to fight. And then she looks you over again as you say this, and then the rest of you, and she starts to look uncomfortable or uneasy, and her posture lowers to that of a more passive stance. That's the end of your turn, Hoppy.
Yes.
Okay. Rain, did you succeed the passive perception check?
I did.
Go ahead.
I have my staff in my hands, but I set it on the ground and I put my hands up. I'm like, we mean no harm. We're just travelers coming through here. We have no idea what villains did to this area, but it was not us.
Okay, was that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Larian, did you pass it?
No.
Okay, you're in this round, you can't act. The dryad stands there and chooses to hold her action. And as she does, all of these awakened shrubs that are surrounding you do nothing at the moment. Sal, did you pass the passive perception?
If I told you yes, would you give me an action?
No.
And
I did
no.
not.
That is the end of the surprise round, and she actually takes a completely passive stance, and that's going to remove us from combat.
Easy peasy, boys.
The Dryad addresses you and says, very well, just go.
Well, can we
Okay.
help?
Can you help? Help what? Help restore my tree? And she just motions next to her at the massive, what looks like used to be a massive tree that's just been cut down to its stump.
Now you're a druid. Make it grow.
Maybe we might
I
be
don't
able
know
to
how
help,
to do that.
Oh.
or at least stop this from happening again.
Listen, she walks up to you, Hoppy, and says, I know you are of this realm too, and you must have suffered hardships. I am doomed. I don't know how long I have to live without my tree. I'll cease to be, but... And she reaches into, what looks like a pouch made of leaves on her hip, and, takes out 3 sycamore seeds and holds them out to you, Hoppy, and says, if you truly wish to help, you have to restore Zybilna to power, or the Dryads don't suffer the same fate I will.
Oh, that's our plan.
Well,
That's what we're working on right now.
We're friends of Zybilna.
I hope whatever you do, you can save her.
And then I take the 3 oak seeds. Is that what you said?
Sycamore
Sycamore.
seeds.
Oh, sycamore seeds. Okay.
And then she
What?
says to
I don't know
you,
how to spell sycamore.
if ever you need to be more stealthy in your
Oh,
approach with
It's a
something,
Y.
those seeds, each one will grant you the Pass Without Trace spell for about 1 hour.
Pretty good.
If you don't mind me asking,
This might come in handy.
who did this to your tree?
The new... And you see her just kind of quivering, trying to talk about it, and says that those new damned hags and their minions, those detestable little red-cap monsters.
Mushrooms?
Boggles?
No,
Or maybe
no,
it was the 2 soldiers.
no, the red-caps.
Who are the red caps?
The red cap.
They are red caps. That is what they are called. Dangerous, sickle-wielding, blood-seeking monsters. If you find them, do not haggle with them. Do not attempt to befriend them. They will strike you down.
Understood. And kind of like hop to the tree. Are you sure there's nothing I can do for this? And I like is there really nothing I can... God, this feels so shitty. I want to leave.
The
Your
dryad
dog is barking.
Yeah, and that's
steps over
yeah.
to the tree and just places her hand on it and says, once a tree bound to a dryad is severed, there is no regrowing or repairing. It simply is the end of our life after a while. Just please save Zybilna. Whatever it takes.
How much time do you have left?
What does it matter? A day, hours? Please,
We're
just
we're
go.
planning on attacking one of the hags.
That's good. I'm glad.
We'll
Well,
make sure
I-
this doesn't happen to any more dryads. You can rest now knowing that.
You see her start tearing up, like she's about to start crying, and then she just places her hand through the tree and absorbs back into it. And as soon as she does, all these shrubs fall to the ground.
Shit, that made me tear up a little bit.
I was gonna try to recruit her on our squad, boys.
Dead.
I
Yeah,
say
that's
like a
good.
little. I say like a little prayer to Ral and like, you know, like I don't know. Just try to put peace around the area. I guess I don't know. Make it feel nice. Eh. All right, back to that unicorn.
I spit on the ground. I really hate these hags.
On the ground.
All right, you guys head back to the overworld of Thither. and continue
Oh, I
on.
picked up my staff along the way. I didn't leave it there.
I gotcha. Good memory.
Hey,
Thanks,
Squirt.
Squirt slowly starts poking his head back up. There's no more cut. Oh, good. Yes.
What do you know about the red caps?
Redcaps, devilish little fiends, hag minions, grown through anger and malice. Their sole purpose is to torture, I guess you could say.
Understood. And I just get
Before
real
you put him
quiet.
away, Squirt, do you know the fastest and safest way to the pool?
Sort of. It's summerbound. I know we'll run into some cliffs, but perhaps if you scale them, that's quickest. It's not too high from here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Also, it's been about 2 hours of travel.
We're not stopping by these mushrooms again.
Oh, and I go around the mushroom. We'll eventually hit this ridge, right? I remember there being 2 cliffs. Oh, there's the first one. Hey, Rain! You want to climb this one? Huh?
This one
You
looks
want to go to
pretty
the
good.
top? Watch your ass fall.
Another hour passes.
Can we see the cliff? No, I guess we can't.
There were those
Kinda
hills.
see some
Yeah.
hills.
Is there like
Oh!
a safe passage over here, or is this all pretty
Yeah,
steep?
I was kind of wondering that too. Is that like just?
It looks climbable, like it won't be too difficult. Like, almost like a steep hill as opposed to a cliff.
Let's do that.
Before we do that, let's grab some trees and sticks and make unicorn horns for ourselves.
Like an entire tree?
Like sticks on the ground.
Don't you remember the dryads?
Yeah, but they're long gone, bud. There's sticks on the ground.
Is this the path?
That is a scalable hill. It's difficult terrain, so it takes a little bit longer. Another total hour has passed to make it where you are now. And then you arrive at the water's edge, surrounded by mists.
Squirt, is there
yo.
anything? Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying we're here.
Squirt, is there anything we need to know about unicorns before we go over there?
They're very good creatures. Besides that, just speak to them as you would speak to another. Be kind, show manners.
All right. Hoppy, I'm gonna take Squirt from here so he doesn't get wet. And I guess I find a stick on the ground and I put it on my head like a unicorn horn. And I start walking across the water using my shaped water. I guess I'll just post it again just for.
Oh, if you're talking, Hoppy, I can't hear you.
Oh, I said okay. Sorry, I was blowing my nose. Because my carrot is carrot shaped, I just hold it by the handle up to my forehead as I hold onto my shield as I boogie board across the water.
You're holding a candle to your forehead?
No,
Carrot.
I said my carrot,
You're holding
my
a carrot
giant
to your
mace.
forehead?
A mace.
Oh, your weapon.
Carrot. I hold it at the hilt, which is technically it's a
Is it
triangle.
pointed like a unicorn horn?
Yes, it is.
And the rest
Squirt
of you.
also has a stick in his oil can, like a unicorn.
He put a stick there. All right. Did the rest of you get? What did you do?
Might use a stick.
I have a golden unicorn necklace that I think I got from Baka's dead body. So I'm gonna
It did have value.
I'm gonna hold that in my hand for good luck. I don't know if I got it, probably. Actually, no, I think I found it and just thought you. But either way, I have this golden unicorn necklace. I'm gonna hold it for good luck, and I have a wooden stake that I'm gonna use as a fake horn.
No, that was Baka's. The
Who's
unicorn
Baka?
necklace.
Then it will
Not
give me
anymore.
extra good luck.
Not anymore.
You stole her jewelry?
And then
Yeah, I did.
yeah, so and then a wooden stake.
I don't know if I would have partied with you guys anymore.
I'm gonna hold up to my head.
Steal this shit from corpses.
That guy's
To be
carrying my
fair, I
cousin's skull on him.
To be fair, I did steal from the corpse of Stovey.
But that stove. What did that stove?
You sure
ever-
did.
How much food did that stove ever make
Okay,
us?
we'll make it across to the. We'll go to the thing.
You enter the mist, and you paddle onward. All of you are swimming except for Rain. You're walking, right?
Yeah, I'm doing my little ice walking.
Okay.
On the catwalk.
And you make it through this time to a different piece of land. You find yourself not where you began, but on a small inlet as you traveled through this fresh, still water. And you guys appear here. But before anything else happens,
We took a 5-minute break.
correct, 10-minute break.
Hell yeah. 10-minute break. Hell yeah.
We're gonna
10
okay for a short bit.
minutes.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back. So,
Shit.
you guys have made it to the island. What would you like to do?
Hello? Hey, look, it's one of those cauldron things.
I will slowly step towards the cauldron.
Yeah, I kind of want to do the same.
Hello?
There's a cauldron
rain.
sitting in the middle of this little inlet with some coals in them.
Hey, Richard.
Yeah.
Why don't you drink what's in the middle of this?
Not a cauldron, more like a kiln. I guess.
I was gonna say,
Fire
is it a cauldron like with a fucking lid on it?
Nah, not an actual cauldron. Just like a half-rounded little metal tub.
So if I like whisper spittle spew into this thing, it's not gonna do anything.
Nothing happens as soon as you do.
All right. Okay.
Hello?
Is there a unicorn here?
I don't think anyone's here.
Well, this
What
is
do we
fun.
do? We needed information.
I got squirt on my arm.
We
you know
don't
anything-
mean you any harm. Do I see like anything out of the ordinary? I see these little ass frogs and stuff, and
You
like.
do. You see the lake around you is surrounded by mists and whatnot, but in this one spot in the middle of this protected area, you notice a half-filled, small little rounded metal tub with coals in the middle of the island. You find that very weird.
I meant something other than that.
Huh, weird.
What's
I
what gotta say?
cast. I don't know. Ask him. He's in Richard's hands.
Squirt, what's going on, bud?
You call out to Squirt, who's currently buried in Hoppy's bag.
No,
Nope.
he's not. He's on my
Nope.
arm.
Oh, yeah, my arm. Okay.
Rick took
Uh,
him.
He says, I know there's a unicorn here somewhere, but beyond that, I'm not sure.
Well, how do we get the unicorn to come out?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I
How big is a unicorn supposed to be?
cast Thaumaturgy on the. Can I cast it on the coals to make them brighter? Is there like a little flame underneath there?
It's just sitting on the ground, the bottom of the tub. The coals are inside the tub itself.
Oh,
So they're not like lit
Same
or
thing.
anything?
I'm trying to make them brighter. I'm trying to make them go brighter.
Oh, they're not lit?
They're not lit. They just look like they might be like lukewarm, but
shit.
they're not
There's
actually
a thing
lit.
that there's like a thing
Well,
underneath that I could light, like a Bunsen burner, kind of light a fire, or like how do coals
Mm,
work?
You would just, if you wanted to light the coals, you could attempt to just light the coals themselves.
Yeah, I attempt to light the coals.
How?
I too attempt to light them with my firepower.
Yeah, oh, never mind. I see.
With my produce flame.
I see the fireman. I see the fire flavored human.
Fire flavored?
Yeah, he's a human. He's just flavored fire. You're a tree flavored human, and then Richard's a water flavored human. It's very simple.
Blueberry
You're rabbit
or
flavored.
blue raspberry.
So you,
Yeah, I'm rabbit flavored.
You light the coals, Larian, and they immediately take to your flames. They're not roaring or anything, but they're definitely now bouncing with fire inside this metal tub.
Now I make them roaring with my Thaumaturgy.
All right, and they increase in intensity, but nothing crazy. No matter how hard you try to make them start just roaring, they stay calm. But they are definitely lit now.
What if I whisper spittle spew now?
How do you go about doing that?
I want to look at the coals and say spittle spew.
You just say it in that voice, in that tone, from that distance?
Yeah, I can't remember. Wait, actually, hang on. I'm doing an IRL history check. There's no lid. So yeah, I just say spittle spew.
Okay. You stare at the coals and say spittle spew. And just stare at them. Nothing seems to pop out.
Well, I tried.
Oh, is that what that's what we said to the other corner, right?
Yeah.
And nothing's changed like around us?
No, nothing's changed.
Is there any creatures around us? Like
There's little
frogs?
frogs.
And about a minute has passed as you all are looking around, just wondering what's going on here. Like, what else can you do? And it's about that time that you notice a creature almost materialize, walking out of the mist, steps onto this inlet.
Ooh.
That's a
A
unicorn,
white
baby.
horse with a single gleaming horn on her brow steps forward. She stands perfectly still, silently observing you.
Hello.
I kind of put my hand up, waving in awe, and also the golden unicorn necklace is still kind of like hanging, laced in my fingers. Are you the unicorn of this wayward pool?
We didn't mean to really intrude.
Can anyone speak Sylvan?
Yes.
Okay. Unicorn speaks and says, "What are you doing on my island?" in Sylvan.
Oh! And then I just start talking back. We didn't mean any harm. We came because we were trying to get some aid. We're trying to help Zavilna. Because she's broken.
Hoppy, you say that back in Sylvan? Okay. The unicorn then, her eyes pass over you, Larry, and Sal, and Rain. When she spoke, what did all of you do?
Stare.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just watching.
Just kind of
Yeah,
blankly
I'm kinda-
stare?
I'm kind
Yeah,
of like
like,
in awe, like,
mm,
whoa,
No idea
what
what
a
they're talking
majestic
about.
creature.
Yeah.
You then, all of you, hear in your minds, "Take it you do not speak the Sylvan tongue."
Do I hear this
All?
also? Or no?
All of you.
Oh. No, I don't think they do. They're not from here.
You just, I just say, oh, no, I didn't understand what you were saying.
Do you need me to translate? Wait, I guess not.
No, we can communicate like this. Why have you come to thither again?
Oh! And then I give like a one of those deep bows. And I go, we kind of came to ask some questions and hope that you might be able to give us some information or aid or something to that effect. We want to get rid of the
I will not
hags.
openly aid it. Did you just say you wish to get rid of the hags?
Yes. And the
They're-
fog.
They're enslaving children, and I crunch up my fists.
Yes, also we need to save some kids.
They are cruel. You have grievances with them, then.
One of them tried to eat me.
She tried to eat me too.
Suppose that warrants a good grievance.
Well, it's mostly the fog. Can't get anywhere.
Very well. And she kind of looks down and just tilts her head back and forth a bit and says, "I will answer your questions. What do you wish to know?"
And I kind of look to everyone else. Don't know, speak up at what?
Well, we need to. We're gonna pay a visit to Granny Nightshade, and in case we have to fight her, which we most likely will have to. Are you aware of any weaknesses?
I do not know any of the hag's weaknesses, but would caution you on violence. It is frowned upon in these lands.
Hmm. Well,
Well, we try not to.
that was when Savilna was in charge, correct?
Zybilna kept all of that in check. She was vainglorious and deceitful at times, but her magic kept Prismir safe and isolated. It's the
The
hags
hags.
of the Hourglass Coven that have caused our realm to be splintered.
Do you know where Savilna is?
I do. She's in the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Where's the
5D
Palace?
just question there, boys.
What was it? The Palace of the Heart's Desire?
Palace of Heart's Desire.
And where's that?
It is far winterbound, unreachable by most, but I do know of a dandelion that could get you there, that resides in Yon.
Yawn. And I look over to my squirt. And I'm like, you know how to get us to Yawn, right?
Indeed I do. I can get us to Yon without much issue.
So we'll get you the oil. We'll save them kids. We punch a hag. And we go to Yawn.
I don't think it's that simple. There is more you should know if you're true in your attempt to go free Zybilna.
Yes, any information you can give.
You see the unicorn take a deep sigh and say, before that, I feel it more proper for introductions. You all seem kind. My name is Lamorna. And she does a forward bow.
I trust
kind
the hell out of this unicorn, so
Yeah.
I introduce myself with my real name. I say, I'm Sal. And I bow.
I actually do the exact same thing. Well, I'm Hoppingway Hoppington, and I give a bow.
I thought you were gonna say you're also Sal.
No, I say I'm Hoppingway Hoppington, and I give a bow.
I'm
Wait, and
Sal, I like to party.
I'm looking at everyone. I'm like, wait, why are we using real names now? I have no idea how any of this works.
I'm Larian, and I
It's
bow.
a unicorn. It's like the purest thing in the world.
So you gotta tell your real name to the unicorn.
Well, you don't have to, but you'd be very rude if you didn't.
Okay. Larry, you're saying? Sorry.
I mean, this thing's essentially
Larian.
reading your mind, so.
And I'm Rain D. Ross, 69th son of House the Ross.
Actually, speaking of which, do I feel anything like when it talks in our head? Do I feel a certain way?
Like, elaborate.
Well, yeah, just what's the general vibe, you know?
Also, what's the unicorn's name again? I'm so
Do
sorry.
I feel like a nice warmth?
The unicorn's
comforting.
name is Lamorna, and the one emotion I described to you when you hear her speak to you telepathically is peace.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Oh,
Peace.
oh, I do have a quick question.
You do detect a bit of
Oh,
sadness in there, too. Go ahead, Hoppy.
No, I doubt you know, but you might. Is there any way to save a dryad?
I'm afraid once a dryad's tree has been severed, its life essence slowly dwindles until it is no more.
Yeah, okay, I figured I'd check.
So,
So you,
what is
You
it?
never
What is
know.
this Palace of Heart's Desire like?
Allow me to start at the beginning. And she turns and faces a little bit to the north and motions towards the water, which you see starts bubbling and arising into imagery, matching whatever she's telling you at the time. And she says, the domain of Prismir once belonged to the Archfey Zybilna. And then you see what it looks like, it's made of water and not detailed, but it almost looks like a princess with massive fairy wings levitating above the water. And then Lamorna says, but she was usurped by her cruel hag stepsisters, Skabatha Nightshade, Bavlorna Blightstraw, and Endlin Moongrave.
They're sisters?
Stepsisters.
Oh, stepsisters. Oh. Cinderella.
Oh shit.
Lamorna then says, as I said, Zybilna was vainglorious and a bit deceitful, but overall Prismere was safe with her in charge. That situation ended when the hags of the Hourglass Coven captured my mate, Eladon. And you see another unicorn appear in front of Lamorna, made out of water. All of you feel a deep sadness as soon as you see that.
No.
Almost like it's being projected onto you from Lamorna.
What was the name of that unicorn again?
Eladon. Elidon.
Okay, this is gonna be a really specific ask, but
Yes, probably, and
Larry?
it's
No.
really fucking morbid. And
can I
we
get like
probably need to break it to her at some
can I
point.
get like a magical sense
Oh.
of connecting her feelings that I'm feeling like as she's talking when she references Eladon? Was that his name?
Eladon, correct.
And then possibly being connected to the horn that I have in my possession.
You're right to assume that unicorns are exceptionally rare. The possibility that you have a horn in your possession is likely no coincidence.
Okay, going on for one thing. Okay.
Lamorna continues and says, after Eladon was captured, they stole his horn, used its magic to imprison Zybilna in her stronghold, the Palace of Heart's Desire. And then you see an elaborate, beautiful palace with glass pane windows and almost just a whimsical setting appear out of the water. Eladon's horn might be needed to free Zybilna, but I don't know where Eladon or his horn is. I know that Eladon's likely the hag's prisoner. If he was gone, I believe I would have sensed it.
Can a unicorn survive without its horn?
She looks to you and gives a nod. While they can survive, they're without all of their abilities. They're unable to do what they normally could, and susceptible to curses and worse.
Are they able to get the unicorn reattached?
Yeah.
You see her pause for a moment, almost as if like she's thinking, looking away. Then she looks back to you, Rain, and says, I believe it possible. If a unicorn lost its horn, and the horn was returned in place where it once was, I believe it can be reattached without much issue.
I kind of just give a look over towards Larion.
Yeah, same.
No, I don't want to do anything. I'll step forward and I'll like reach into my bag and I'll like also like kind of get on a knee in front of Lamorna and I'll just hold the horn out to her.
I also sit down
Man.
in a very non-threatening pose, like crisscross applesauce while this is going on.
You pull out that unicorn horn and show it Larian, and Lamorna immediately looks over to you and slowly walks up to you and lowers her head down towards the horn and nuzzles her nose on it and says, It's his. You found it, but how?
Ooh, you're asking the tough questions, Lamorna. You're asking the tough questions.
Well, there was firewood, and then there was this little elemental guy, and then this.
I should just
I almost
like
called him Richard.
Addie,
And then Rain drank a whole thing of a whole cauldron almost.
Yeah, I turned into a
Gross.
frog.
He turns into a frog
Multiple times.
multiple times.
So, you just happened upon it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I suppose the hubris of the hags is in our favor then. You have the horn, then you could. You could restore Zybilna. You could save Eladon.
Do you know where Eladon might be? Being held captive?
One of the hags has him prisoner. I don't have any way to prove that, but I firmly believe it. He would have returned otherwise. He must be trapped or something.
Well, we're about to go pay one of the hags a visit. And I kind of look north or winter springbound, and I'm like, we could do some looking there. If we see them there, we can try to rescue them.
It would mean more to me than you ever could know, Rain, if you could do that. But I will not put my own desires above all of Prismere. Your main goal, if your hearts are true, should be to free Zybilna and save Prismere from all of these evil hags.
And you said something about a sunflower to travel to the prison. And
Dandelion!
Dandelion.
Sunflowers can't fly!
One of Yon's denizens, Amador the Dandelion, could lead you safely to the Palace of Heart's Desires.
Amador the Dandelion? Damn,
Have you never met a
Amador.
dandelion?
Amador.
No. What's
Where you guys come from is very weird.
Dandelion.
I do have a bit more information on the
What?
palace, if you would like it.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, we need to know about this palace.
Oh, yes.
I know that when Zybilna ruled Prismere, no one could enter the palace without an invitation. It is highly unlikely that the Hourglass Coven is capable of enforcing such restrictions on the palace as Zybilna did. I also know that there's a library on the second floor of the palace, and it contains Zybilna's most treasured tomes. They may aid you if you have to go there. A bit of a warning as well. There's a dragon-like creature known as the Jabberwock that lives in that palace and frequently prowls this forest. Occasionally it tries to reach into this pool, but it's always turned away by the protective magic surrounding it.
I saw that the other night.
I would heavily recommend you avoid this creature. Once it sets its fiery eyes on its prey, it rarely gives up the hunt.
Yeah.
is the Jabberwock in
That
cahoots
sounds-
with? Oh, sorry.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Is the Jabberwock in cahoots with the hags?
You would think that, but it was a creature that Zybilna had tamed for a while. I don't want to say made a deal with it, but somehow convinced it not to roam and do what it does. But now that Zybilna's trapped, it simply does what it wants.
So I wonder if it's still loyal to Zybilna then, after all this time.
It may not have been loyalty. It may have just been
Fear.
convenience,
Yeah.
possibly fear.
Well, I didn't see why they couldn't have been friends.
So you don't think we'll need a password then to get into the palace? You think the magic on it should be down, I guess?
With Zybilna's power no longer enforcing all of Prismere, I doubt the palace also has that protection still. You should be able to enter somehow, some way. Perhaps even Amador would know.
And
So-
sorry, one last question, Richard.
Yep.
And the hags don't protect the palace or anything
Awesome.
like that?
This is gonna be my next question.
Hell yeah,
Thanks.
Richard.
Hell yeah, Sammy.
I am not certain whether it be their cockiness or neglect, or perhaps they serve something even worse. But I strongly doubt the palace is simply unguarded by something. If not the Jabberwock, something else.
Fog, maybe?
She shakes her
Or
head
mist.
and says, "The fog is the doing of the hags themselves. They splintered Prismere so they could each rule their own little sect. This one, of course, being Scabatha's.
Why are we able to enter the fog like a unicorn?
The fog is not enterable by even me. You mean the mist surrounding us now?
Oh,
This is my magic.
understood.
And I look over at Lorna and I'm like, what has been your plan during these times?
She looks away a little bit and says, "Without Eladon, I do not know. The will of the Feywild sought aid, but I can't risk anything that may cause Eladon harm."
So I'm assuming you wouldn't be interested in joining us with the will of the Feywild to go after Granny Nightshade.
Lamorna shakes her head and says, "Afraid I must stay here. I fear if I leave, the Jabberwock will seek me out, as he does every other night. The moment I'm
So
not
what-
here is the moment
Oh.
that it," and she just looks down and doesn't say anything else.
It. Lorna?
It kills me.
What kills you?
Jabberwock.
The Jabberwock, you not paying attention?
No, the Jabberwock is going after her.
Yeah,
She
to
says-
kill her.
Yeah, to kill her.
So why does the Jabberwock want to kill you?
Wish I could tell you that. Maybe it's simply to tell itself it's able to kill a unicorn. Maybe it wants a rare meal. Don't know. I just know, and she looks up, tries all too often, and just thinks it'll work every time. And he's turned around each and every time.
Does it come every night?
She shakes her head.
Shakes her head as a nod or as a
No.
no? Okay. So we can't time when
Makes
it
a
comes.
shake and nods a nod. Jeez.
Yeah. Hey, man. Some of us are a little bit slow tonight.
Yeah. This dude's like.
I
reading is
totally
terrible.
misheard what JB said there, and I just like thought it was something else going on. So that means if you were to join us as a party, the Jabberwock would come straight for us then.
I fear it would doom us all.
That's no good. Well, we should probably be getting back. Is there
Yeah,
any
yeah.
other information?
Actually, yes. If you wish, you can rest here whenever you deem fit. We are protected here, as long as no others know the secret to pass, as you did. Also, the waters, I don't know if you felt them, but if you bathe in them for a minute or longer, whatever curses or evil magic is on you will be lifted.
Upon hearing
look-
that, I go
look
into
at
the
Larry.
water. I just go into the water.
Just go in the water and sit.
Wait,
Yeah,
quick
I go
question.
in the water and I sit. I sit like at the edge by the
With it-
shore.
With him swimming in it before, would that have removed it, or?
Swimming in it before would not have helped. Only being near here will it help.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of like lay in the water and just like. Also, what time is it? Roughly, like after journeying on over here, like it was 5 hours to get here.
It looks like the sun's a little low. Looks like it may be somewhere between maybe six or seven.
Okay.
Do we want to?
Well, I'm floating in the water.
Do we want to set up camp here and then leave early tomorrow to get back to Wool?
It's probably a good idea. I say from floating around in the water.
I'll look over
Where
at
in the water do you go, Larian? Sorry.
Oh yeah, right. I didn't really move my character. Let's go. Yeah, just like over here.
I look over at Hoppy and then I look over at the unicorn. I'm like, so what do unicorns eat?
What are you looking at me for?
Because you got that bag.
Because we're
You're not gonna eat
hungry.
me. Oh.
Lamorna looks at you.
Bag. Unicorns don't eat rabbits.
It's still telepathically communicating. There are many trees around the lake that possess delicious fruits, apples, pears. I am well fed, I assure you. Thank you for your consideration.
And then we look over at Hoppy. Well, my stomach is growling. We'll look over at Sal.
Does anyone have a passive perception of 17 or higher?
No.
I'm floating in the
No.
water.
No.
Okay. In that case, no one sees this coming. As you're all just hanging out talking with Lamorna, she starts talking about what she eats. You don't notice the hooded figure silently get out of the water with a wooden unicorn horn attached to his head and kind of like a little ring wrapped around his head too, so it stays on. His hands are free. Starts sprinting up towards Lamorna. We're gonna go into combat, and this guy's getting a surprise round.
Wow.
Oh, I gotta roll initiative. Oh yeah.
Don't worry.
Damn.
I'm gonna go
We're
first
gonna-
every
we're gonna-
time
we're
now.
gonna Take this motherfucker's
I
ass.
got a fucking +6 to my initiative. I'm quick, boy!
Damn, so much for resting here.
All right, so this small goblin-looking guy, who looks like this also,
Pretty happy, dude.
goes since he's getting a surprise round, sprints up to Lamorna, weapons drawn, and dives at her, stabbing her. Give me just a second. See if he's gonna hit.
Can
Can you what? Hoppy?
can I cast? Can I do a bonus? No, I can't.
Not on
never
a surprise round. If you didn't meet that passive perception requirement.
Does that mean my sentinel feat doesn't take effect either?
Not on a surprise round, no.
Because it's a reaction.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, he dives at Morna, which will definitely hit. And this guy is an assassin. So any hits against a creature that hasn't taken a turn yet is an automatic crit.
Yeah.
It's a unicorn, though. It's basically a god.
It stabs into her for 14 damage. And I'm going to have Lamorna make a Constitution savings throw here. Okay, and so it succeeds against that. However, this guy also has sneak attack, so he's going to do his sneak attack damage. It'll be 43.
What the fuck?
And then he will follow up with his multi-attack and swing again.
I think we need to get the fuck
Oh
out
my
of here.
god. Well,
Again, because Lamorna's yet to go.
it's an assassin. It's just gonna kill her, and then that's gonna not be that strong.
It's another auto crit, even though it already got a crit. 16 more damage. And a Constitution savings throw. Saving throw. This time failing. So it's going to take 3d6 more damage. Well, I guess it's a crit,
His fucking dice are bullshit. First it's the fucking tree, now it's this.
That's what it's what happens when a goblin assassin comes out of the woodwork.
And
I mean,
Waterwork. A unicorn
the fuck
goblin.
are we supposed to do?
We're supposed to watch a unicorn die.
15 plus 15.
Why does everything I love die in front of me?
Lamorna gets stabbed right across her chest and side and just almost ripped open. This is a deep gash by this assassin as she takes 76 damage on this turn. However, she limps back a bit and staggers. She is not dead, or even on the
Hell
ground.
yeah, brother.
But yeah, it's a unicorn, obviously. Sure. It'll die next turn. Oh, I'm scared.
Immediately after getting hit, Lamorna starts to fade, almost as like she's vanishing or becoming ethereal, until she disappears from sight. To which the assassin then casually just mutters, "Oh, I didn't know unicorns could do that." And just kind of looks around now at you all. Not aiming his weapons at you necessarily, but just looking, almost like he's standing at the ready for something. That will end the surprise round, which will take us to Hoppy.
The hell you do that for?
You want to communicate with him?
Yeah.
Okay. This will be your action if you want him to respond. Are you all right with that?
Yes.
Okay. He says, "Oh, because I'm being paid to do it. Not being paid to kill you, though, so
By who?
I'll be on my way if we're done here."
By who?
Well, that's none of your damn business now, is it?
What if we trade?
You see him kind of take a neutral stance and look at you and say, "Well, I'd be willing to talk then." And I'll say that's as many questions as you can ask on this action, Hoppy.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. It's his turn then. To which it looks like he's going to... Let's see, what is he gonna do? He's going to look towards you, Sal, since you're closest to him, and take a step back. What do you do?
Nothing, because I saw him fuck up a unicorn. I
Yeah.
nearly one-shot that thing.
Wait, Sal, can you turn into a unicorn now?
I hope so.
CR is a little too high. A little too high for him right now.
I mean, yeah, like right now.
All right, well, if you're not using a reaction, then he takes one more step back and says, "All right, a trade. As long as the rest of these friends of yours don't jump in. If they do, just know I'm at the ready. Don't want to kill you again. No money in it, unless I take what you got on you, but, well, I'll say it's up to you how this goes." Sal, your turn.
So trade goods for information.
Goods for trade money for anything. Give me a reason not to hunt that unicorn anymore.
You want money?
I do want money. You got it.
How much? How much are you being paid?
A lot.
Well, how much is a lot?
Oh, I don't know. 100,000 gold.
That is a lot.
I got these common clothes.
I have 66 gold.
That's not too bad. Not getting paid 100,000. Bit of a lie.
I got a smoking pipe, but you can't have it.
And I'll say that's as many. That's all the talking you can go back and forth. Sal, did you do anything else on this turn? Depending on Rain and Larian, will be an initiative until depending on what they do.
No, I think that's it.
Okay, Rain.
Look over at him like, what's gold even matter in the Fey realm?
He'll say, "My friend, gold gets me whatever I want at other places."
I just slowly turned back at Rain. Like, shut the fuck up.
I bet that you were hired by a hag.
By a hag, you think? Don't make no deals with hags. We all know how that goes.
Hmm. So then you must be after a unicorn horn then, right?
Nope. No. That sounds a little silly too. Don't care about no damn horn. Just its death. That's the job.
Well, if I see that you're not after us, that I'm not after you, and I kind of just sit down still and I'm chilling.
All right, Larian.
Well, I'll stand up and I'm not gonna get out of the water, but I'll stand up. Actually, I'll get out of the water. I'll just stand over here. So you're just gonna leave now that you failed to kill the unicorn? You're gonna come back later, though, are you? Actually, this one, yeah, this one.
If it comes back here, of course. Unless you give me a reason not to. Didn't know the damn thing could just phase out of existence.
That's all I got.
All right, none of you have attacks, so we're going to go ahead and end initiative and combat. But you see that this assassin definitely still has not necessarily just a casual hanging out stance, but he looks a lot more lax, but still ready to respond if anyone approaches him.
So if we make it worth your while, you'll bugger off.
Tell you what, you make it worth my while, I'll do more than bugger off. Maybe I'll tell you a bit more information about something or something. Depends, though. It's gonna cost you a lot. You don't look like the type that carries around a lot.
Step forward a little bit. Well, oh, sorry, you go.
No, you go. You.
Well, we might not have gold, but is there something else that we could offer you?
Anything that's worth gold would do as well. Maybe you got a hidden trove you're not telling me about? You've got some mystical magical weapon or armor or trinkets that's worth a lot?
What if I told you where a bunch of gold is?
The rabbit speaks of exactly what I'm looking for. How much gold are we talking, Aaron Gunn?
How much would you say was at that guy's cave?
A
I'm
cave.
gonna try to count.
Like the whole cave was full.
Cave of gold.
Hills? No piles? It was taller than me.
It was
You're
a whole
pulling my
cave.
leg.
Cave full.
No,
You're yanking my chain.
no, I'm not yanking your chain.
You're
I,
pissing in my mug.
No, why would I do that? That's gross.
I look over towards the guy. I'm like, have you ever heard of a man named Zib?
Nib.
Nib.
Ain't heard of any
Why did I
nib?
say Zib? I have Nib in my notes. Sorry.
What is this nib? What does this do for me?
This Nib has piles of gold, and he's able to transform the gold into items of valuable down your that are whatever you'd like.
Very valuable item. Enchanted ones. It sells for lots of gold.
Whoever's trying to convince him of this cave, make a persuasion check.
Hang on.
This poor guy.
Persuasion.
All right, Larry,
Yeah,
you not trying?
I'll throw my hat in there. Damn, level 17, let's go.
He looks at all of you, and almost like he's still a little bit wary. And then He sheaths both of his blades and says, "Well, a goddamn cave of gold is exactly what I'm looking for. That's amazing. So you're gonna tell me where it's at then, yeah?"
Well, yes, but also, you got to promise to not kill the unicorn.
That's the trade. And hey, I abide by reciprocity still. I'm a gentleman after all.
Very good. um,
So can you tell us who hired you?
Now. It's gold for the unicorn's life. If you want to know where I'm about, I need something a little more nowish. From each of you.
I've got this conch shell that laughs when you hold it to your ear.
That's kind of cool.
Pretty
Wow, what a
cool.
fun toy to take back home to my son. That sounds wonderful.
I'm
you
gonna
have
hand
a
it over
son?
to him.
No, I don't have a son, and I don't want your stupid conch.
Oh, you trickster!
Oh, he has jokes.
What about this dirty sock?
I like it.
He's the hog thinking.
Hmm.
What's your favorite food?
I said something from that sock. I take that from you.
Well, now I don't want to give it to you.
Wait, damn, you're into the sock? Okay, hold on a second.
Now I don't want to tell you what I'm about then. So, we're good?
I pull
What
out
about
the
a
dirty-
couple of gold pieces for some information?
I pull out the dirty sock and I look at it.
You
So how
give me
much is this
something of
dirty sock?
value, or you give me 20 gold each.
Hmm.
Don't have.
I got it.
gold.
I got this
I'm gonna-
mummified toad.
Oh,
We don't really use gold here.
I'll take that as well. He looks your way and immediately looks towards the... You have the toad out?
Yeah, I'll take it out.
He looks towards it. Something with that too. Sure, works for you. One sock, one toad. What about the other two?
Sorry.
I got a book called Orc Massage too. It's a pretty good read.
I'm more of a gnome fella myself.
Just out of curiosity, do I sense anything like magical about this toad?
It definitely has a light arcane aura to it. Very light.
Oh shit, this is something. Oh well.
Um, and all I look through is my broken cooking utensil set. I've got this pan.
A pen.
Pan.
A pan. A cooking
Like
pan.
Like a cooking pan.
You may want to borrow a little bit of money from one of your friends, little rabbit.
And then I look around. Can I borrow some?
How about a wooden
No.
mouse?
Oh, what about a wooden mouse?
No, not any of those damnable Feywild trinkets. I could care less about those. Unless they have a magical property to them. Which your sock does, which I'm sure you knew, and your toad does, which... Why else would you be carrying a mummified toad?
'Cause it's
Right.
gross. That's why.
I mean, I found it somewhere.
Just pick things up, put them in your pocket.
It was magical, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
A dead creature.
It's magical, dead creature.
I look over at him.
Gross.
What if I give you 10 darts and 5 pieces of gold?
Ammunition, eh? Show me the darts.
I don't.
Freaking
I didn't throw it at him. I promise.
That's how good they are.
You hold out the darts. No, he examines them and says, Well, you throw those in the right spot, you take out an eye, easy. While they're panicking, you get close. Sure, your 10 darts and 5 gold will work.
Sounds like a plan.
I just like that you basically treated this dude like a vendor and was like, here's 20 gold.
Here's some darts I didn't want.
Yeah, I didn't fucking want this anymore.
He's still worth 15 gold or whatever.
I plan on not using them ever.
I will give Hoppy 20 gold. Give this guy.
Damn, this
You see him take another step back and motion in front of him and says, All right, step up and just place it in front of me. Nice and slow. We're not friends quite yet. Any funny moves and this takes a different turn.
Oh, okay. I just hop up, throw my stuff up there. I'm like, okay.
Well, we'll put it down and stand right here while you tell us the information, and then we'll...
Well, yeah, you should probably start telling us the information
Then
while we're giving you everything.
put the toad in front of him.
I mean, he
So-
does do reciprocity, so...
Just to confirm, so Rick, Rain, you put your darts and 5 gold there, yes?
Yes.
Larian, you put your mummified toad there, yes?
Yeah.
Hoppy, you take 20 gold you just borrowed and put it there from Sal, yes?
Yeah.
I
Sal,
charge
you-
interest though.
You take your sock and put it there, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure to subtract all those items from your inventories.
Already
Done.
did, bud.
The assassin then leans down and just starts inspecting the items and starts pocketing a few of them and says, well, look at this. Another deal struck. That's 2 cave of gold and a few bonuses right here. I didn't give 2 shits about the League of Malevolence anyhow. Oh, you see him stand up and start stretching a bit. All right, so don't know why you're here. Don't really care. Maybe you're making a buck too. Maybe you were friends with that creature and you hate my guts because I tried to kill it. But either way, here we are wheeling and dealing. So, let's see. Things that'll be useful to you people. You care about Zybilna at all? I was listening in and it sounds like you
Yes.
had a real hard-on for her.
Well,
Yeah.
What do you know about Zybilna?
what other information do you have besides the bill?
I know that Zybilna and most, if not all, of the creatures of her court are currently in the Palace of Heart's Desire still. No, they're all frozen in time, unable to do anything, trapped. The hags of the Hourglass Coven used an artifact called Igwilv's Cauldron to accomplish this effect. Don't know how they used the cauldron to do that. Don't know how its magic works. Don't care. Just know they used it. The self-proclaimed leader of the League of Malevolence, of which I am a member of, probably not anymore though, but who gives a shit with the cave of gold I'm getting, is a human sorcerer named Kellic. He, wants to take custody of a magic staff that belonged to his rival, I think it was Ringelrun? He was among those frozen in the Zybilna's Palace. Ringelrun, yeah. And I believe Oh, you know what? That's probably why they wanted me to kill it. No, that makes no sense. Whatever. Apparently it takes a unicorn's horn to free Ringelrun from temporal stasis. Oh. Damn, he really did want me to get a unicorn horn. Yes, I was trying to kill her for the horn. I realize that now. So we unfreeze Ringelrun, Kellic gets his staff and gets to be all powerful and whatnot. What more juicy rumors about these people? There's Zargash. He's a human priest of Orcus. He's another member of the League of Malevolence. Hopes to challenge Kellic for leadership one day. But, you know what? I don't think he's going to do anything about it as long as Kellic's protected by Warduke. Another merc. Has a flang-tongue longsword. Very dangerous. You get caught in that thing. Oh,
What was that other guy's name? The one that wanted to... Who's got his eye on Kellic?
Zargash. A human priest of Orcus. Let's see.
So are all these
Go ahead.
are all these guys at the palace?
No, they're not at the palace. Got their own base. Somewhere. Always moving. Doubt that they're still, but fine.
I do that.
Who else? We got a 5th member too.
Must be hard traveling with all this fog.
It's not too bad. We got our ways. That I'm not telling you. That's mine. But
That's fair.
I can tell you about Skilla too, I guess. 5th member
Skilla.
of the group. Gets her magic from an archfey named some weird gibberish, Yagi Yagu or Baba Baba Yaga, Yaga Baba, something
Baba
like
Booey.
that. Baba Boy, Baba Boy.
Gabagool.
Skillen knows more about Igwil's cauldron and of the hags of the Hourglass Coven than anyone else, as far as I know. But she's missing now. None of the other members know really where to find her. She's still technically a member,
missing.
though.
Are they gonna be?
You know what happened to her?
Nope.
Are they gonna be pissed at you that you're leaving?
The shit do I care? I'm about to be rich.
That's true.
As long
I
as
still
that
killed the
cave's
guy
there.
in the cave.
There's a... Oh, you mentioned a name. That's right. A nib. If I go there and say, hey, I'm taking all your gold, what's he likely to do? Should I
Probably-
preemptively slit his throat, or would he just say, go ahead and I don't have to do anything?
Well, if I'm being honest, you'll probably get more gold out of the items he'll make than from the actual gold in the cave.
So he'll make me an item and I can take his gold? That wasn't even part of the deal. You're too kind, little Hernigan.
He's a frail
No.
old man,
No, that's not what I mean.
but he is crafty.
I mean, you'll get more gold out of the items he makes.
Well, right, that's fun and all, but can he defend himself?
Probably.
We have no idea.
Right, well, I don't
He
kill
is-
just for killing. I mean, as long as he doesn't try to, stop me from taking the gold, yeah, he could live.
He'll probably warn you against it.
He is hag cursed to be there.
I guess that makes sense. Cave full of gold and it's still sitting there, and an old man, you say, is its guardian who you don't know if he can fight or whatnot.
He didn't seem that strong,
Well, I don't think he's going to try and fight you.
but
Perfect.
he is crafty. I will give him that.
Well,
He
I'd
can
like to
craft
see him
things.
talk me out of taking all that gold then, because it ain't happening. Speaking of which, I've told you about as much as I know about Malik and Zabilna, all that crap. We're good. I've made good on my deal. I've got your good stuff here. Then he scoops it all up and just
What was
starts
your
placing
name?
it in random pouches in his pack. That wasn't part of the deal, but and he looks towards Hoppy and says, with a tip on getting a free magic item in addition to the gold, I'll go ahead and tell you. I'm Zarek, the assassin.
Are you worried that team's gonna come after you though for you betraying them?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Well,
Kellic might be a challenge, but as long as they're not sneakier than me, won't have a problem. You all didn't see me coming.
Sneaky.
They're pretty sneaky.
you are very sneaky.
Well,
Well, best of luck.
Well, we gotta give them directions.
Oh, right. So sorry. And I quickly, tell him how to get to the cave. Can I just, retro that, or do I have to actually look this up where it's at? 'Cause I
you
need
don't,
to
have,
look
you
at
don't
the
have to look it
actual
up. Yeah, you
map.
could just recount where it is. I just need to know, are you
Oh.
being truthful or are you being deceitful?
I'm being truthful.
Okay. Then to the best of your knowledge, you tell him exactly where Nib's cavern is, to which Zarek says, and directions. Excellent. Well, again, good luck with whatever you're doing. Look out for the League of Malevolence. If you thought I was tough, some of them will definitely give you a run for your money. And he turns around and simply starts walking into the water and then jumps in and submerges himself to where you guys can't see him.
As much as I don't like dealing with a thief, that old man would probably be better off dead than alive. So this might be a good thing that we're doing.
Well, I don't think the old man's gonna fight him, and he doesn't seem like the type to just kill to kill.
Yeah, I'm interested in what's gonna happen with that, but
I
I
hope
don't
that
think
whole situation turns out just fine.
Yeah, and it's not
me
like
too. I don't.
a meteor comes from the sky and blows us up or some
I
shit.
give a little, I give a little prayer to Ral to, protect that old man.
I don't think. Well, maybe the hag magic will protect him.
More importantly,
Lorna!
is Lorna okay? Oh,
La Morna.
Lamorna. Lamorna, not Lorna. Lamorna.
Lamorna does not appear.
She kind of disappeared. I don't know what to do.
Well, she did say we could stay here and rest. Which, if she shows up, we'll at least know she's okay, but I'm sure she's okay.
Oh,
For
you
now.
noticed when she vanished too. I guess you guys would have turned and saw this at some point. The coals went out completely.
Okay, they were. I was gonna put them out if they weren't.
Does that do anything to the mist?
The mist is unchanged around you.
Also, the mist is her magic, so if the mist is still here, she's fine. She took a pretty nasty hit, though, from the looks of it.
Perhaps we should light the coals again.
I think if we don't, she won't come and she can just rest, but if you want me to, I will.
Well, I can heal. I guess y'all didn't know that, but
Can you heal 70 points of damage?
yeah, I probably could if I tried hard enough.
If you sat there for a really long
We're gonna
time.
rest anyways. I'll blow everything.
If you want to see if one more night will come back out, I can light the flames for you.
Yeah, do it. And then I get ready with my thaumaturgy to make the fire and coals burn a little bit brighter.
I'll light
Just
the
like
coals
we did
again.
before.
Okay, you light the coals, and it doesn't take long after lighting them. You see the mist part again over here, as Lamorna limps out of them and sits on the ground, panting a bit.
Oh, thank God.
Are you okay?
You hear in your minds all again, I am. That creature nearly killed me. He barely failed.
Damn.
Well, you shouldn't be coming back now. But
Oh,
if I were you, I would try to strengthen up your defenses a little bit.
I overheard your discussion with him. You have swayed him not to return. I feel he will honor it.
Also, we found a way to get all of Sibylna and her followers freed.
Yes, the horn. Whatever they did with this Igwilv's cauldron and my mate's horn. They're combined somehow, but even I don't know how.
and you don't know anything about this cauldron?
Lamorna just shakes her head. Not as much as I wish I did.
Do you think that's the weird cauldron that ran away?
No.
I feel like they're probably different.
So I think we need to find the Skilla, though. They seem to know about the cauldron, but no one knows where they're at.
Yeah.
Because the only
I'm
I
about
guess
to
it-
throw out a whole bunch of heals. So just give me a second. I'm trying to find my beef one.
dude, I was about to water whip that guy. Like, we gotta kick his ass.
I was gonna try and bind them, but
I could have crushed him.
I mean, he did hit pretty hard.
Yeah, but that was because he was being sneaky.
I think so too, but also he crit enough times that I'm scared.
Yeah.
How do I
Fair enough. Fair enough.
channel divinity? How do I link?
I don't know.
that
When you click
right?
it, there should be a
Nope,
Beyond
that's not
20
right.
thing.
That's not what I wanted.
Balm of Peace.
Fuck, I cast this bomb of peace on my book.
Yeah, I'm trying to
You can do it from Foundry as well if you just want to figure out a way to link it.
2d6 plus. Yeah. Oh wait, it is 2d6 plus 4.
What does that
Oh,
do?
that's not. Okay. It's heal.
Okay, so give me some theatrics. Explain what happens.
I am just over here mumbling to myself. Something about carrots and row over and over again. As you just see a whole bunch of holy lights just flash over. As I just start casting a whole bunch of different heals over and over again. Hold on, I'm getting other ones just through. So question. Prayer of healing. Do I have to pick 6 different people?
What does
It's
it
up
say?
to, isn't it?
Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range regain that health, equal to 2d8 plus. No, so you don't have to do them all, but no matter what, they'll get 2d8. While you're doing this, you actually see Lamorna focusing on herself as well, as her wounds start to seal from your magic and hers.
Oh, actually, these are long casts and stuff. While the casts are going off, I'm gonna actually take the time. I'm gonna go back over where Zyra came out, and I'm gonna go back to laying in the pool over here for that duration.
All right, and I think you were in there for about a minute earlier. So if you had any curses, which I know you did, they're gone. Your affliction of nightmares is gone.
Does it take my exhaustion with it?
How's she looking?
I'm gonna say yeah. I don't think it's supposed to, but yeah, your exhaustion goes with it.
Yay!
What was her heal?
Anyway. But I'll take the generosity.
She healed herself for 16.
How much have we healed so far?
I don't know. Tell me your numbers.
I had to pumping more into it.
She's
Wait,
also
is initiative an ability check?
Bam, baby.
I think so, yeah, because it's based
right,
off your dexterity. Yes, it is.
Okay, I messed up then. I actually missed a lot of disadvantages. I was supposed to roll tonight.
Okay, hold on.
There's a couple and then I rolled a few other times. I should have been rolling disadvantage.
That's all good. How much healing is that total, Happy?
52.
Okay. You see all of her wounds seal up between yours and her healing as she looks to you and gives another polite bow of her head while laying down.
The fuck? Oh. Sorry, I dropped something. Oh, that's better. Yes, he should be coming back now.
Well, if you all wish to stay here, you may. You'll be protected from all others who don't know the secret. Just hope that vile one doesn't reveal it.
Oh,
and I look up like I just remembered something that we should have said. Probably should have handled that.
What? The secret?
Well, we probably should have made sure that he didn't tell anyone. You know, traded for it.
Somebody also told him, so.
That's true.
Make an investigation check, Larian.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have you deduce this.
Okay.
Oh no, I realize
wow. Okay, so
Good thing I bathed in that pool.
you think for a moment, Larian, about who could have told this creature how to get here. You don't recall him mentioning anyone's aid and knowledge of getting to this place, but you do know he snuck up easily on all of you, even this unicorn. You feel a little more confident thinking that perhaps this creature was tracking you for a good while, simply saw you don these fake unicorn things and copied you.
Or he's been following us for a while and he heard and saw us.
We have to be more careful.
Yes. Somebody was aware of us.
Who's aware of us?
At least Zarek and or the League of Malevolence. The League of Shadows.
What they would with us? They said they were after, Lamorna. Not us.
Yeah, maybe they just followed us.
Well, he's a sneaky boy. And he's gone. I'd say that's a win!
Hopefully he doesn't tell anybody then.
Well, with the amount of gold that he's getting from that guy.
Yeah, he probably won't care that much. Unless that doesn't work out.
I'm sure it'll be fine. He seemed on the up and up.
Hey, Lamorna, if somebody lights these coals, do you have to show up?
No. I can
Okay.
simply observe from the mist. I only choose to show myself if I don't detect immediate hostile intent.
Okay, then it's not likely he would just come here by himself again anyway.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired.
Might be time for a rest.
Yeah, we can rest here, leave in the morning, and head back.
Usual shifts?
Do that.
Aye aye. And I start hopping around the island.
Probably don't technically need to do all this here.
Well, before we did all that, y'all were hungry.
Yeah.
Show me carrots.
And I pull out a platter.
As all of you start settling into, Lamorna says, "If you need me, make sure the coals are lit and simply call my name. I'll be here for you. I'll be resting." And you see her just
Thank you, Lamorna.
on the water out into the mist.
Thank you!
Did the coals go out when she leaves?
They're still lit at the moment.
I'll put them out.
Also, Hoppy, you can resolve your feast.
Man, it looks pretty good, like, but oh man, there's like no flavor at all. It could really use like a lot of salt. I don't think any amount of salt will actually fix it. Now that I think about it, it's pretty bland.
You know
You're
what?
basically eating a cracker in carrot form. In a
That's
carrot
weird.
shape.
Or dry
How
carrot.
does it taste?
It's an unsalted cracker. There's not even salt on it. It's so bland.
So, but it's still nutritious, right?
Yeah, no, it's still nutritious. It's just so bland.
It's like eating Lambda's bread. Actually, Lambda's bread was supposed to taste good, wasn't it?
It's
Yeah.
not good at all. It's terrible. Like it's pretty bad. it's not. It doesn't taste good. Like it's too mushy in your mouth. Like the
you're really
texture's
selling
all
the
off. It's real bad. I wouldn't say quite the worst meal you've ever had, but it's pretty down there. Like if you could, you'd probably spit it up. Pretty bad. It looks great. Looks fantastic. I start spitting it out. I'm not gonna eat this. I'll be honest. Not my best work.
I mean, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna
just
like, at least take a bite.
I hold my nose and I eat it.
I just don't really care. I eat it.
Yeah, you get the benefits of eating a ration.
I
Or
don't
fed.
remember how many I don't remember how many I did in the previous session.
I think this will be your third. I think you've done this twice.
I think
Think
I
you're
did
right.
2. So I
You-
can't do it again.
You can do 3 a day, I think, right?
Yeah, it's 3 a day.
After sunrise.
I mean, we're going to sleep soon, so it's gonna just recharge.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat those bland carrots again.
After I'm done eating, I'm going to immediately start meditating.
All right. So it's about it is around 6 right now. So you guys want to just rest, like try to lay down right now and then wake up in 8 hours and travel, or how long are we staying down till sunrise? What's the plan?
Like, it's a little early, but I'm down to kind of get an early start, so to speak.
Yeah, actually, that's
I like it.
kind of a good question. Like, what time does the sun seem to rise?
It rises
When
fairly
it wants.
yeah, fairly early here, but Hoppy has it on the nose.
When it wants.
When it wants to.
How much?
Did I hear that?
sunlight-
Did you say that out loud?
No, I did not.
You've I mean, you guys have been through a couple nights here already. You've noticed the cycle here of day and night seems to be relatively similar to outside of the Feywild as well, so it's not too different.
So, like, the sun sets at like 7, 8 o'clock.
Correct.
Okay.
Rises like 5-ish, 6-ish.
Four a.m. rise.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that.
I mean, as long as I get sleep.
Is Hoppy just pacing around the island?
That's exactly what's happening.
I'm
I've just been pacing the island until it's your turn.
Oh, I'm not doing a watch. I'm sleeping.
Oh. Well, I asked if we were doing the same watches. And I thought
Yeah.
I got a yes.
Well, I didn't say yes. I said I don't think we need to do watches, and I'm not cursed with nightmares anymore. I'm gonna have a nice long sleep.
Well. I guess I'm not keeping watch.
I think it's time to go to bed.
Are you sure you want to go to bed? And I want to look around like real hard to make sure there's nobody else hiding.
You just want to check around the little inlet you're on?
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
That's a nat 1.
Nope.
Treat it as
Ooh,
such.
Seems like just your pals are here.
Yeah, I think we're alone. We're fine.
Suddenly, Hoppy realizes I have pals.
We have a couple frogs, couple ribbits around.
Couple ribbits.
Nothing but us frogs. Alright, I
I
guess.
mean, while we're just like sitting around hanging out though, like before we actually go sleep, I'm just like sitting there spinning my top, looking up at the sky through the mist.
Sal,
And then yeah, I go
Rand,
to sleep.
what are you guys doing?
Going to bed.
I immediately started meditating.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Sal's meditating. And Rain, you just lay in the grass, get no bedroll, no nothing.
Yeah, I got the bedroll. I'm going to bed.
All right, you take out bed. You get comfy before you lay down, right? Assume yes.
Yeah, I
seems
guess
like
I'd
it.
do that too.
I don't take out the bedroll. I'm in the grass.
Okay.
No, I lay on mine, but I don't get in it. I just lay on top of it.
The temperature here is relatively nice. It feels quite peaceful. The waters are very rejuvenating, so if you wanted to bathe or anything or cleanse yourselves, as Larian did, you can do that too. But all of you, just take it easy for the rest of the evening until the sun gets lower and lower and night falls. All of you that felt like sleeping are able to sleep. Sal, your meditation goes by fairly quickly as 4 hours pass. So you're going to have to find something else to do for most of the night. But that is where we're going to call it for the evening.
Damn, that was like good timing too.
He meditates harder.
he
That's
can
what
meditate
he was
more.
doing.
So-
He pops all of his fucking spells and then meditates again.
Yeah.
You remember that lore bomb I talked about last week?
Yeah,
That
that
was,
was it.
Well, there you go, buddy.
Damn, what if we didn't come here?
Yeah, I took like 2 pages of fucking notes.
Yeah, I got a lot of notes today.
Yeah,
I got a
Sal took
paragraph
2
on that.
pages of notes from me.
No, I took 2 pages of notes for myself. I don't share my homework.
Well,
We did it.
I suppose that is episode 17 of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We've talked to the will of the Feywild, we found out about child slavery, and we found out about unicorns and their mysticism and Zybilna and a whole mess load of things. If you want to recap it, please watch the VOD or check YouTube, as this is where this will end up. We stream this every Wednesday night at 8 or 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be doing this for a long while to come, as long as there's more Wild Beyond the Witchlight to do. No more Monday campaign. We used to do every Monday. I got to update the little video thingy. But yeah, Avernus is completed. You want to see how that went down? Also, check out our YouTube channel. That's Cloak and Stagger on YouTube. Friday, very soon, I think in 2 weeks, will be our first live session of the Ghost of Saltmarsh. We're meeting up this Friday. I don't know if we'll be on camera or not. Kind of a session 0.5, just to do some final mic checking and camera situating and making sure our characters are all good to go. But beyond that, yeah, we'll be doing some Ghost of Saltmarsh with a whole different crew. So look forward to that.
Session 0 could be a good test for your stream.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm
Good
actually
test
gonna ask
stream for it.
JD about that and see if we can just be live for it, or if I said whatever he wants to do. It's his show for that one, but I'll
True.
recommend it. I think that's about all I got. Any of y'all got anything you want to say out there to the world, or any announcements you want to make?
No.
No.
Oh wow. Okay, all right. Well, I guess that's that then. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the content so we make more. All the money goes back towards the channel and towards future endeavors. Thank you very much. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you
Ding
next
that
time.
bell.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, have a good night.
Bye. See you next
I really should add volume at the end for you guys so the audience can hear what you're saying.